The week had bled me dry, leaving nothing. Endless meetings, sleepless flights, the brutal punch of jet lag all hammered into one truth: I was done. Even back when I was young, a week like that would have pushed me. Now, at 49, it was a slap in the face, a harsh reminder of choices I might have made differently if I'd known the price. Thankfully, weeks like this weren't normal anymore, not like the crazy pace I used to keep. Key in the lock. I prayed for the smell of dinner. Maybe even a hug from Sarah, my wife of almost 25 years. Dinner was usually a sure thing. The kiss? 50-50. Tonight, nothing. The house was swallowed in shadows, just a weak glow from the hall light, a sliver from the kitchen. "Sarah?" I called, shrugging off my coat, dropping my bag in the entryway. "In here." Her voice drifted from the kitchen, low, tight, wired with something sharp. I walked in, and it hit me. Sarah sat at our kitchen table, her perfect chestnut hair a mess, strands escaping her ponytail. Her eyes were red, swollen, burning with anger and pain, though the sadness dulled the fury a little. On the table, 2 manila envelopes, heavy. "Michael, we need to talk." Her voice was steady, but shaking underneath. Exhaustion clung to me, but I knew there was no escape. I sank into the chair across from her. "What's going on?" I tried to sound calm. Sarah slid one of the envelopes across the table. Inside, photos. Grainy, but clear enough. Me, dining with a blonde, young, maybe mid-20s, holding her hand on a city street, kissing her hard outside an apartment building. My hand disappearing under her red dress. Timestamps running into the next morning. A long goodbye that said it all. I looked at them, then leaned back. Exhaustion faded, replaced by a cold curiosity. "Where did you get these?" I asked, voice even. Her face darkened. "Does it matter?" Her tone was pure betrayal. Her anger wasn't just about what I'd done. It was about me playing it cool. I tossed the photos back on the table. "Honestly, the quality is terrible. Jennifer looks way better in person. She likes to leave the blinds half open when we're—" "What is wrong with you?" Sarah's voice cracked, rage and disbelief breaking through. Tears spilled, her composure gone. I shrugged. "Just being practical. And the other envelope has divorce papers, right?" Her sobs got louder. "What the hell, Michael? Is this some kind of sick joke?" She choked out, voice shaking. This wasn't the reaction she expected. I leaned forward, voice colder now. "No joke, Sarah. Not at all. I know exactly how this hurts. I've been on the receiving end." Her head tilted, confusion cutting through the pain. "What are you talking about?" she whispered. "Back when you cheated on me. Or at least when I found out." Her face froze. Tears stopped. Expression shifted, fragile, like the world tilted off its axis. I didn't. "What are you saying?" she stammered. "Don't insult me, Sarah." My voice was bitter. "Rick Parker, 4 months, or did you conveniently forget him?" Her breath hitched. "You knew?" she asked, voice strangled. The betrayal in her voice cut deeper than her earlier anger. How long?" "Not right away," I admitted. "Not while it was happening. Not even after it ended. Took me a year to piece it together. But by then, David was in high school. Emily was barely 12. I couldn't blow up their lives." Bitter laugh escaped me. "Actually, that's not the whole truth. I stayed because I didn't want to be a part-time dad. So I swallowed it, hoping you'd remember what honesty was supposed to mean to us. Her gaze dropped, shoulders slumped. Michael, I cut her off. You don't do that to someone you love, and if you did, it means your love wasn't strong enough to stop you. It was a mistake, she whispered, voice breaking. I was lonely, and he... Spare me, I snapped, sharp, unforgiving. You were lonely. I was working my ass off. Funny how your loneliness justifies betrayal, but my exhaustion is irrelevant. I shook my head, bitterness thick. Pathetic. Her tear-streaked face turned to me, desperation etched in every line. I loved you. I still do, she pleaded. No, I said quietly, each word like a blade. You loved yourself more. She sighed, frustration creeping in. Life just feels so monotonous now the kids are back in school. Oh, forgive me for laughing, I replied, sarcasm dripping. Was that too flippant? How inconsiderate of me. It's not like you've been dismissive of me for the last 10 years or anything. Her back stiffened, outburst coming. I let her, vent all she wanted, didn't change anything. I'd already won. Neither of us would walk away clean, but my losses were nothing compared to hers. I made a mistake, she confessed, voice faltering. Yes, you were lonely, restless, unhappy, unfaithful, but not out of hatred. Posture sagged, fight gone, just a shadow. I was weak, she murmured. Oh, I'm well aware, I shot back, tone sharp. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry too. Apology icy, calculated. Her low energy didn't soften me, pressed on, determined to dig out the truths she wanted to bury. Let's skip the does cheating show contempt question, even though I think it does. I pointed at the photos of her lover. A wry smile touched my lips. What about the lies? The constant deception? You stole my choice in how to deal with your betrayal. Was that your idea of respect? Of love? Her breathing got uneven. Emotions a mess of fear, anger, distress. I didn't mean to disrespect you, she said, voice trembling, or be deceitful. I loved you. I really did. I just didn't want to make things worse. I'd already ruined so much. Didn't want to hurt you more. Didn't want to hurt me? I laughed, bitter, unkind. No, you just didn't want to deal with the fallout. You couldn't even give me the basic decency of treating me like a human being. Remember when Emily broke that vase? Must have been, 5 years old? Sarah rubbed her arm, gaze darting away. Knew where I was going. Hated it. 5, I confirmed, leaning closer. Remember what we punished her for? Not the vase, but for hiding the truth. Good people admit their mistakes, no matter the cost. You told her. Remember that quote? It's not the same, she started, but I cut her off, ruthless. Remember how proud we were when David owned up to that fender bender at 16? Could have lied, blamed the weather, poor lighting. Didn't. Admitted he was on his phone, took his punishment. That's the lesson she learned from us. From you. I pointed at her, voice seething. And you, the role model, couldn't be as honest as a teenager. It's not comparable, she protested, words spilling out. It wasn't just me facing consequences. You would have been hurt, kids dragged into it. We'll never know, will we? I interrupted, tone like iron. But here's what I do know, ticking off points on my fingers. 1. Boredom. You insisted on being a stay-at-home mom even after the kids started school. Not my decision, yours. I'd have supported you going back to work, welcomed it. Extra income, fewer hours for me, more time home. 2. Loneliness. Join the club. You had the kids, friends, family. I was traveling, alone. Nights I wanted to break down. Didn't cheat. Stayed loyal. 3. Finger jabbed the table. You were unhappy? Guess what? So was I. Breaking my back to provide, you withdrew. Barely saw my kids. None of that was my choice. All your decision to play perfect homemaker. Sarah's voice, barely a whisper. I know. I was selfish. I hurt you. Wasn't thinking about how much more you were suffering than me. Let the wrong people influence me. Like Jessica. I spat her friend's name. Toxic presence for years. Sarah flinched, nodded. She's the one who introduced me to Rick. Said he was a good listener. Someone to help me sort things out. Never meant for it to go that far. Started with talking, then he convinced me. I raised a hand. Silence. I know what he convinced you to do. Enough. Turning away, couldn't look at her. What I still don't understand, I said quietly, is why... Her voice so soft, almost gone. I already told you why. No, you haven't, I responded, firm. Told me what you did, enough of it anyway. How you felt, why you did it. Still don't get it. Throat tightened. Familiar ache of betrayal back after all this time. Why didn't you come to me? Why didn't you say something? Hesitated, swallowed hard, keep voice steady. If you'd been up front, if you just... Weight of the secret, now exposed, unbearable. Didn't have to end like this. I loved you. I would have... I don't know. Tried. Counseling, maybe. Something else. If you had told me... Went on. Can't promise forgiveness. Can't say we'd have made it. But I would have tried. Back then. Still loved you enough to try. Her tears started again. Silent. Steady. But not now, she said at last, barely audible. I nodded. Unspoken agreement. Heavy between us. Then she spat words that cut. You too! I shot back, stunned by the venom. Her face twisted, raw pain and anger. You cheated too, lied, just like me. Exhaustion pressed harder, but I forced myself upright. Not done yet. Fight's not over. Not until after you did, I replied flatly. Eyes narrowed, sharp response, laced with bitterness. Makes it okay? You could have come to me too. Instead, you slept with that blonde. Accusation paused me just for a moment. She wasn't the first, I muttered under my breath. What? She gasped, voice breaking. I repeated, clearer. She wasn't the first, not by a long shot. Sarah froze, mouth opening and closing, wordless, shaken, like ground vanished. I stood, fridge, 2 beers, popped caps, handed one to her, long drink from mine. Found out about a year after you ended your affair, I started, tone cold. 1.5 years after you broke your vows. Another sip, beer bitter, like my chest. Remember when we gave Emily your old iPad? She nodded faintly, hesitation, dread growing. Months unused, seemed good idea. Needed cleaning first. Hollow chuckle. Thank God for that. Emily might have gotten an education from your letters. Her face fell. I pressed on, voice like ice. That's how I found out. Took tablet on a trip, wipe it clean. You've never been tech savvy. Didn't realize emails, messages synced until I reconnected it. Bought you a new iPad for our anniversary, remember? Slow nod. Deliberate. Silence. Deafening. So yeah, I found everything. Emails to him, to Jessica, saw the timeline, beginning, end, every reason in between. Saved them all, somewhere safe, before wiping tablet, your account. Lips parted, speak, cut her off. Deleted the evidence, no new messages after that. But who's to say? Maybe you just got better at hiding it. Cheated once, why not again? Only time, she murmured, voice faint, lost. Couldn't tell if pain was for herself, me, both. Maybe, I said, warmth gone. Maybe Rick wasn't the first. Silence spoke volumes. I sighed, memory heavy. By the time I learned the truth, things were finally getting better financially. Could have been home more, wanted to surprise you after the trip. But once I knew, trailed off, shaking head. Last thing I wanted was to come home. Jaw clenched, forced down emotion. That trip was hell. Crying, drinking. Miracle I didn't lose clients, but hey, best salesman on the team. Cost me my marriage. I didn't want that, Michael, Sarah sobbed. I wanted you home, wanted you with me, with us. Not enough to do anything about it, I snapped. Not enough to tell me you were miserable, not enough to get a job, or even try to fix it. Protested, waved her off. Doesn't matter now. None of it does. Cannot undo it. Leaned forward, voice steady, low. This isn't about you anymore, Sarah. It's about me. What I did because of you. You slept with another man. Not once. Not drunk laps. Repeatedly. Months. Exhaled, shaking head. Knowingly, willingly, again and again. After that, couldn't stand being around you more than I had to. Buried myself in work. Remember? Just a little more effort. I'll be home for good. True, in a way. Not about securing my position. Buying time. Figure out what to do. Stared at condensation ring. Beer. Indifferent to stain. First, tried to stay. But you'd lied so long. Confession wouldn't be the same as coming clean on your own. So, started thinking divorce. Eyes flicked to envelopes. Like you did. Seemed path I took was longer than yours. Wondered why. Shaking head, forced myself on. Considered options. Best case, bleak. Rundown apartment. Kids alternate weekends, sending you money. You doing whatever. Whoever you pleased. I'm not some... I made a mistake, Sarah said at last, voice unsteady, not interested in her side again. Endured her explanations too many times. Now, my turn. Don't care, I snapped, cutting her off. Mistake or not, moment you were single, no choice but to find a job, survive. Then what? 6 months? Year? Met someone new? Work, maybe? Stunning back then, Sarah. Still attractive. So, here's how it played out. Paying not to see my kids, funding your life with some new guy, rotting in my own loneliness. Not an option. And since you were clueless about tech, used it. Cloud backups, your devices, probably never knew, combed through them. No other affairs, past or present. Keyloggers, trackers, easy when someone doesn't know what they're doing. Couldn't even disable Find My Phone. Saw you didn't stray again. Of course I didn't, she whispered, guilt heavy. I rolled my eyes. How was I supposed to believe that? God's sake, Sarah, I had kids tested, just to be sure they were mine. Looked so much like you, once I knew about the affair. Even that seemed uncertain. Shock, hurt crossed her face. Strange satisfaction. Not enjoyed causing pain, though. Moment. Won't lie. Bonus. Reaction felt real. Anguish. Realizing someone you love has so little faith, not something you fake. Do you get it now? I demanded. Understand the hurt you caused? You think you know pain because of those photos? You don't. No idea. Stuck with a woman who betrayed me, lied, shattered my trust. But if I wanted decent life, be there for kids, had to stay. Bury anger, heartbreak, despair you inflicted. Trapped. Had to lie to everyone because of you. Worst part? Still loved you. If I didn't, easy to leave. Could have treated you like irritating colleague, stranger. Loved you. Paused, steadying breath. So I found a way to cope. Sleeping around. Hypocrite. She sneered. Not at first, I answered calmly. Beer empty, soda instead, might have to drive. Sarah hadn't touched hers. First, poured into work. Sales soared. Every extra dollar, step closer to freedom. But nights, alone with thoughts. Drinking, not long-term. Gym. Every hotel has one. Brow furrowed. That's why you got in shape? Thought you wanted to. Yeah, I know what you thought. Fed you lies, not all untrue. Did want to be fit, keep up with kids. Mostly burn off anger, a lot of it. Reached for my hand, face soft, regret. Pulled back. Don't. Hesitated, withdrew, crossed arms, pressed on. No, didn't set out to cheat. Never crossed my mind. Months later, 5, 6. Wasn't traveling as much then, remember? Still miserable. Silence hung. One of those trips. First night with another woman since we married. You cheated, she snapped. Call it what it is. Didn't cheat, I said firmly. Cheating, breaking marriage rules. You broke rules first, cheated, lied, secrets. Rules no longer applied to me. Don't care what you think. I did what I had to do to survive. Stay sane. Shred of dignity after what you and that guy took from me. Exhaled slowly, steadying voice. Look, probably last honest conversation we'll have. Cut through lies. Roles reversed. I cheated, lied, secrets. You knew. Confronting me meant losing kids. Penniless. What would you have done? Mouth opened. Answer. Cut her off. Don't lie. You didn't even feel guilty enough to confess. Didn't make it easier, get a job, pitch in more. Half the emails between you and Jessica before you ghosted her about how to avoid divorce, keep comfortable life with me. Not about saving marriage, family, saving yourself. Shook head, disgusted. Tell yourself whatever helps you sleep, Sarah. But understand this. Didn't sleep with those women to hurt you. Did it because you destroyed us first. Needed to survive. Been correct. Guilt settled after first time. Maybe not heavy as it should have been. Did you feel the same? No matter. Don't bother answering. Week. Jennifer and I. Several evenings. Both aware, not destined for anything. Newly divorced, I had motives. Enduring enough. Stay in marriage for kids. Older. Parted ways shortly after. Occasionally reconnecting. Whims struck us. Rarely beyond superficial. Eventually, returned to you. Completely. Or seemed so. Still loathed what you'd done. But by then, own web of lies, betrayals, irony wasn't lost. Sharing secret, oddly exhilarating. Isn't that how you described your own deceit? Rush of concealing from spouse? Never saw it that way. Remembered email. Dear Rick, I hate keeping this from Michael. Feels wrong, but makes me feel alive. I love him, but... Stopped myself. Mistake to dwell. When I confronted you, sigh heavy remorse. Didn't feel that way afterward, you confessed. Just felt dirty. Not alive. Just filthy. Guilty? I agreed, nodding. But not enough. Not enough to come clean. Didn't end it because of guilt. Ended it because he wanted too much from you. Even then, couldn't fully admit it. Truth came in fragments, doled out, rationing to minimize fallout. Bitter laugh. That's who you are, isn't it? Been with more women than I care to count. Affair for 2 years. Still treated you family. More respect than you showed me. Jaw dropped at confession. 2 years? She choked out. Even then, noticed how bad her pie tasted. While I'd worked to keep infidelities discreet, separate from our lives, you'd been reckless. Skipped anniversary dinners, abandoned kids at after-school programs, rendezvous with boyfriend, reviewed finances, evidence glaring, withdrawals. Why, Sarah? I demanded. Why do this, while I was killing myself to support us? Sat silent, sulking, frustrated, grabbed envelope, divorce papers, tried to stop me, quicker. Don't, murmured, looking away as I rifled through documents. Your pattern. Avoid problem, hope it disappears. Unbelievable, Sarah. Muttered. Must have truly despised me. Look at this. 70-30 split. You keep the house. That ambitious, aren't we? Tossed packet on table. Never knew about my 2-year affair. Shrug. Now you're demanding this? Defended herself, filed to hurt me after Jennifer. Nodded slowly. Get that, I replied, tone softening. At first, wanted to hurt you too. That's why I told Rick's wife about you two. Did you know he was a serial cheater? Real piece of work. Abusive, even. Face froze. Horror. Recounted how he died. Heart attack. Another affair. Relax. Sardonic smile. Didn't kill him. Terrible luck. Or maybe nurse wife knew exactly what she was doing. Still, what I'd always wanted, desperate for, honesty. Wanted the woman I married, instilled truth in our daughter. Tried to move past pain, find way back. Gave endless chances to come clean. Remember night in bed. Watched news. Celebrity breakup. Rather hear truth from you than uncover it elsewhere. Hesitated then. I'd never cheat on you. Love you too much. That was the moment I cheated again. When I finally told you, no tears, no arguments, understood weight of your role, wasn't letting you evade it. Every time I begged honesty, you dug in deeper, left me spiraling alone. Tapped envelope, Jennifer photos. Last chance, I said. Jennifer and I could have kept this hidden forever. Wanted you to find it, confront me, finally tell the truth. Single tear slipped. But when I saw that envelope, divorce papers, over. Tried so hard to keep loving you. But then knew you were never the woman I believed I'd married, or changed so much no longer existed. No matter what, she was gone. No reversing it. Lips parted. Say something. Pressed tight. Sarah silent. Couldn't deny it. Meticulously crafted scheme. Collapse under scrutiny. Fair courtroom. Mocked outright. Even truth in her face. Chose deception. Deceit. Second nature. Denial. Part of me. Lied to myself about wife. Bitter end. As Sarah watched, pushed myself up. Back later, belongings. My lawyer, settlement details. Fair. Not here to ruin you, Sarah. 15 years, good wife. Amazing mother. Don't hate you anymore. Did for a while. Exhaled, weight of world gone. Now, just sad. Silent nod. Leaned down, kissed top of her head. Goodbye, beautiful. Wish it could have turned out differently. Walked out. Muffled sobbing, trailing, door closed on what was home. Drove. Destination. Solitude first. Reflect, grieve, process. Alone. Eventually called the one person always trusted. Ironic. Innocently our connection started. 4 years ago. Took Jennifer under my wing, mentor. Fresh out of grad school, MBA gleaming. Jennifer's drive, ambition, razor sharp. Networking event, clear, greatness bound. First, professional light. Any young pro, valued friendship, mentorship, appreciated guidance, admired determination, grew close. Dinner one evening, opened up. Contract she was pursuing, mind elsewhere. Sarah again avoided truth. Weighed heavy. Jennifer listened. Empathy, support. Unburdening, liberating. Secret. Gradually evolved. Before Jennifer, never emotional affair. Someone else once, Anna, speaking of her to Sarah. Purely physical. Jennifer different. Lived nearby, meet often. Never intended beyond friendship. Changed after Jennifer's fiancé left. Support friend. Months later, healing, shared drink, night in her bed. Connection undeniable, almost every way. Child at home, hadn't given up on Sarah. Jennifer, much younger, leaving wife, gossip, casual, more than friends, not committed lovers, neither exclusivity, transparent about partners, no details. Assumed Jennifer meet someone her age, settle down. Didn't. Arrangement continued, adapting. Apparent, Sarah's confession, only if Jennifer impossible to ignore. Jennifer ready. Went out of way, unmistakable connection. Short of note on Sarah's pillow. Smiled. Memory of Jennifer joking. Gift for spirits. Doubted relationship end now, no longer clandestine. Knew Jennifer deserved future, stability, happiness, long-term partner. Now, though, savor time. Called Jennifer, third ring. Jennifer's apartment, home-wrecking enthusiast, speaking, teased. Chuckled. Mission accomplished, I replied. Finally figured it out. Jennifer's voice, amusement, surprise. Took her long enough. Yeah, quietly. Divorce papers ready. Tone softened. Oh, Michael, how are you holding up? Sighed. Not great. Free tonight? For you, always. Arrived at her door, suitcase. Jennifer pulled me into tight embrace. Inside, hands, listened, recounted everything. Finished, compassion. So sorry, Michael. Hate she put you through this. Hesitated. Can't deny. Relieved you're finally moving on. Yeah, murmured. Leaned in. Soft kiss. It's over now. Start fresh. Fingers brushed cheek. Maybe with me. Blinked. Jennifer, I'm twice your age. Not quite, interrupted, kissing again. I know what I want, Michael. It's you. Scoffed. Come on, line of young guys waiting. Haven't been with anyone else in over a year. Cut me off. Didn't want anyone else. Climbed onto lap, warmth pressing. Not asking for answer now. Take your time. I'll wait. Bright blue eyes, couldn't help but ask. Why didn't you tell me sooner? Soft, wistful smile. Didn't want to pressure you. Knew you needed to figure things out with her first. But now... Lips grazed neck, shiver. Now I'm here, not going anywhere. Craved more, determined, let her set pace. I'll be here, I promised. Leaned back, eyes locked on mine. I'll be yours when you're ready, she whispered. As long as you'll be mine, too. Started to reply, hesitated, words caught. Why pushing back? Jennifer, extraordinary. Age difference, noticeable. Not naive young graduate. Nearing 30, mature, self-assured. Connected in ways never with Sarah. Looked at Jennifer's face. Struck me, more than mentee, lover. All those things, something deeper, though hadn't explicitly said love, sentiment in everything. Endless conversations, stolen lunches, evenings together, inside, outside bedroom. Love, common thread, reflecting on time, wasted holding on to broken marriage, felt like new chapter opening, Jennifer Center. I want that too, I admitted at last. Eyes lit up, breath away. Response, kiss. Slow, deliberate, promise. Hinted future, unfold, acknowledged hurdles. Kiss deepened, passionate embrace, familiarity, discovery. Stood, hand, bedroom. Our bedroom. Topic for later. Past since last together. Longing tangible. Not just physical. Need to solidify what we confessed. Undressed, clothes strewn, buttons missing, seams torn. Neither gave it a thought. I love you, Jennifer. Holding her tight, shivered. Tearful eyes searched mine. Do you mean it? Truly? Yes, Jennifer. I mean it. Sigh, thoughts pouring out. Don't know what's ahead. Life, kids, even where I'll be living. Here, softly. I vote here. Smiled, weight lift. No matter what comes, want you beside me. Always been there. Time I honor that. Time I honor you. Kissed her gently. I love you, Jennifer. That's the truth. Lay together. Warmth. Her bedroom. Ours for a while. Agreed. Wiser separate. Divorce final. Rarely apart. Every night together. Still much to untangle. Kids. Neither David nor Emily pleased. Sarah spoken first. Story painted me negative light, no blame. Both lashed out. Tension eased. David, expecting child, came around. Explained why I'd stayed in marriage so long. Leaving earlier, losing time with him, sister. Resentment softened. Emotional toll, anger, sadness, helped him empathize. Emily, furious. Internalized honesty, accountability lessons. Full scope of mother's actions, redirected anger. Not intended her turn completely against Sarah. Relief, not focus of blame. Emily's relationship with mother suffered. Divorce, exhausting. Amicable split, quickly unraveled. Sarah keep house, couldn't buy me out. Disputes escalated. Alimony, retirement, property. Poured money, legal fees. Settlement identical to original offer. Share smaller, drained by litigation. Surprisingly, Jennifer's presence, less upheaval than anticipated. David, Emily, uneasy about age. Sarah's attempts cast her as reason for split, didn't hold. Jennifer insisted prenup before marriage, came to accept her. Yes, we married after divorce, year-long ordeal. Bought smaller house, Jennifer moved in. Life with her, pure joy. Happiness, hadn't known possible. Year, husband, wife. Like any couple, challenges. Negotiating household responsibilities, demanding work days, frequent topic. Age difference, disparities in perspectives, shared commitment, future, blended family, always saw us through. Jennifer dreamed of children, hesitant, her enthusiasm infectious. Early 50s, longing for little feet again. Soon after wedding, twins, Dylan, Sophie. Sleepless nights taxing, joy outweighed exhaustion. Watching grandkids, youngest children grow up together, surreal. Wished energy of younger father, love, laughter, more than compensated. Even Sarah, peaceful coexistence. Emily's wedding, danced together, proud parents, quiet moment reflection. You seem happy, Sarah remarked. Happy. I am, I replied. Very much so. Smile wavered, tinged sadness. Happier than you were with me? Softly. Hesitated, small understanding smile. By the end, yes. Nodded, single tear. Really messed things up, didn't I? We both did, I admitted. Could have handled things better, too, but it's past now. It is, she agreed. Still, glad for the time we had. Music ended, kissed cheek, walked with me back to Jennifer. Taking my wife's hand, led her to dance floor. Sarah's parting words echoed. I'm happy for you both. Whether she meant it, didn't matter. Danced with Jennifer, gazing into her eyes, knew I'd never been happier. My friend.